Salutations fellow comrades, Cloaked here, and today I'll be reviewing two new space, Aegos Prometheus and Xytopus Paladin. Now Aegos Prometheus and Xytopus Paladin are both attack type based, but one of them is a right spin bait and the other one is a left spin. Now they are also both knights and they are actually related. They two are twins. Now that being twins, they do have an interesting gimmick which involves fusing each other like Eclipse and Apollyon. So without further ado, let's talk about Aegos Prometheus, and let's first start out with the driver, Bolt Dash. Now the Bolt Dash driver is an attack type driver. Now this driver was actually seen on Hurricane Dragoon, and as I explained in that video, it's an aggressive driver which has a kind of a whole flat tip, but not fully. Now this driver does excel at attack, but has very lackluster stamina, and it has a very poor defense. So let's talk about the next part, the disc, Malachite. Now here we got the Malachite disc. Now Malachite is a simple revival disc. It has these two burst stoppers on the top, and it has a standard 2x2 connection part. Now if we flip the disc, it has this little frame over here. So when we put Bolt Dash on it, it gets more burst resistance, but that does sacrifice a little bit of scraping and life after death. So now let's talk about the main part, the layer. Now the layer Aegos is a right spinning attack type bait which has some upper attack and has some smash attack. Now the word Aegos means holy, and it is represented quite well, I would say. It has some yellow and has some gold and white and a little bit of translucent blue. Now the main gimmick of Aegos and Paladin and Prometheus is that it can split into two like so. Now if we take the other half of Paladin, we could see that it makes a full crescent moon, which we'll see very shortly. And if we flip the layer, it has these two extra burst tips. So yeah, now let's talk about the final part, the chip. Now the chip Prometheus is a simple revival chip. It has a knight aesthetic to it, which it has its helmet, its eye, and its whitely armor with a kind of a wing shape. Now this wing shape does bring it a little bit unbalanced, but it doesn't affect the bait too much. Now if we turn it around, it has a standard 2x2 connection part. So let's put the bait back together. Now that I'm done reviewing Prometheus, let's talk about the other twin, Paladin, and let's start out with the driver, Metal Destroy Dash. Now here we have Metal Destroy Dash. It is an attack type driver which utilizes a big flat tip, and it has a spinning circle around it, which theoretically should give it a lot of life after death, but it doesn't quite deliver on that promise. Now, due to this disc being so low to the ground, it does sacrifice a lot of stamina due to scraping, but also because of this spinning disc, it always manages to flower pattern, which is an ideal type of launch for an attack technique. So now let's talk about the disc, Radium. Now here we got the disc, Radium. Now the Radium disc is quite similar to the Malachite disc. It has these two burst stoppers on it and it has a standard 2x2 connection point. But if we flip it around, we can see that it has a completely different underside. Now this underside is more targeted to coming back to life, or springing back. So when it starts to lose stamina, it should hit these chisels, or theoretically hit these chisels, and try to stand up again. Now we do have these two jumper plates to add some extra reinforcement to the driver and to keep the disc more compact and give it a little more weight. So now let's talk about the most important part, the layer, Xytopus. Now the Xytopus blade is a quite overpowered revival blade. It has these huge smash point contacts with a lot of rubber to give it extra hits and much more harder hitting hits. Now this blade is also left spin, so we also have the benefit from this rubber to make it spin still. Now it does also have a little bit of rubber here and here, and that's just to add extra lethality to these top smash attacks. And just like Aegos, it can split into two. Oh, that was a bad split, like so. And it can form with said Aegos, the Aegos blade, to form the hybrid blade. Now let's talk about the final part, Paladin. Now, the paladin chip is a simple revival chip. Just like Prometheus, it has a knight aesthetic to it, and it does also have this swing. Now this swing is a little smaller, so it doesn't actually off-balance the blade too much. And that kind of also, the unbalance doesn't really apply due to this little headpiece right here. Now if we turn around, you can see it also has a pretty basic 2x2 connection point. So now we have all the parts of paladin. Let's put it back together, and then we're gonna dig this like fusion gimmick. Now that we have both the blades in front of us, let's do the fusion gimmick. So all we really need is the layer. So let's take out the chips, and now let's fuse. So all you have to do is hold it right here and split it into two like so. Same with Prometheus over paladin, except this over here. And then we'll just connect this point to this point under here. And now we got the fuse blade. Now if we fuse the blade, the layer does get unbalanced, and depending on what chip you use, you might either go right, left spin, or right spin. Now during right spin mode, it is a much more focused on smash attacks, due to the Xitipus blade having exceptional tall contact points that make you, when it's going up, it also hits pretty hard. Same over here, it has a small little gap, and then it hits the rubber, then goes over to the normal Prometheus contact points. But in left spin, it's a little more passive. Now it has this. Now it does still have its smash attack points right here, but this upper attack goes down to be a lower attack, and due to this piece right here, it kind of skims over each other. But when we come to this main point, it hits like a truck. So yeah, that was the fusion gimmick. So without further ado, let's put these two bays to the battle. Let's battle them. Now for the first two battles, I will be using their stand force, and in the third battle, I will be using their fuse force. So let's first launch Prometheus. 3, 2, 1, shoot. And now Paladin. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Oh, and that is a Prometheus victory due to a sleep finish. Wow. So now, second battle. Can Prometheus win double back to back? Or can the Paladin win the second round? Wow, Prometheus does not want to sound much. That is certainly a weak loss. But can it spin still from Paladin? No, it can't, but it does win. I think that is a draw. So, yeah, I would say that is a draw. We're gonna launch Paladin first. No, yeah, Paladin. As you can see, it automatically, no matter how I launch it, it just goes into a flower pack. And Prometheus, with the hard hits, gives it a knockout. So no. Now let's put them into their fuse forms. Let me just split the layers. Now, here we have the fuse layers. Now this battle may be a little quicker because they're more unbalanced, but yeah, let's see who wins. Now this one is going to be for all the marbles, as the kid would say. So let's first. Let's actually launch Paladin first because it has a much better grip to the launcher. Oh wow, sleep finish. Alright, wow, okay. So let's launch Prometheus. Gotta be quick, gotta be quick, gotta be quick. Oh no, Paladin, no. And that is a Prometheus sleep out. So, hope y'all enjoy this review of my Aegis Prometheus at Xitipus Paladin. And see you all next time. Bye.